game since it was even an idea to feel not left out or as if you're missing out on a game-changing information. This can be a negative pitfall to early access. The benefits of early access are usually along the lines of garnering more eyes on your project to raise interest within the community and also get backers or investors to help finance the project. Now we're going to be discussing a game that is currently in early access. What is up, my cozy friends? Welcome back. Grab some tea, because on the chopping block of gaming topics today is a first impression of a little game called Chilltown, and it runs for $14.99 on Steam. As of right now, Chilltown is for PC only. The more mainstream cozy vibe is this lo-fi, bright 3D sandbox type game like Me, Lane, or Animal Crossing New Horizons. But the devs of Chilltown are also smart for doing this, since Animal Crossing New Horizons is abandonware, which is why Disney Dreamlight Valley found quick success, but then lost momentum once they took back the promise of being free to play upon official release. So many are still searching for a game that will fill the Animal Crossing void. Not to mention, Chilltown is an indie game, and indie games have been killing it in the gaming space. Just look at the success of Call of the Lamb, an unconventional dungeon crawler of a cozy game with farming elements, and Stardew Valley, a cozy pixel farming simulator. I swore this game was just going to be a first impressions, but here we are, and here we go, an actual video gaming journalism from a VTuber. While I was filming and writing out the script for this video, I noticed on Twitter that a fellow YouTuber who goes by the username Miss Bubbles was blocked by the devs of Chilltown for her review. This doesn't sit right with me, because no one is above criticism, especially when you turn on the game and they are literally asking for feedback. Negative feedback can be just as helpful, if not more helpful, than positive feedback. And not everyone who likes cozy games is going to like every quote-unquote cozy game. I find Fallout 4 pretty cozy, and many of y'all watching would probably disagree, but I digress.
Hi there, can I get a hug? Hey, where are you going? I will rip your insides.
Who asked?
Like, if you're saying to yourself, who asked for this first impression? The devs did. And I'll give y'all the good, the bad, and the ugly, since this economy is no joke, and I don't want y'all to be wasting your money on a janky game. I'm all for protecting your peace within reason if someone is being malicious, but if someone is being called out for bad behavior in a respectful way or giving the honest review, then take the criticism in stride. No one is perfect. We make mistakes and hopefully grow from them. The goal of this first impression is to be honest with anyone who stumbles upon this video, and please note that my opinions may change later on when Chilltown is out of early access. The cozy gaming space has been filled with toxic positivity, in my humble opinion, and that is just as detrimental as people crapping on a game to be edgy for no reason, just to make developers feel bad. When you're in a creative space, you must know not everyone is going to like your art. I honestly think we're becoming too sheltered to the point where we can't take any feedback that's slightly negative, and that mindset will eventually destroy your soul. Trust me, I've been there, and all I got was better coping skills from my therapist. Cozy gaming isn't a genre, but a vibe. Game developers need to realize this. So when a game is self-proclaimed cozy, I'm a bit skeptical. There's nothing wrong with using popular buzzwords, because that's part of marketing. But people like me are going to question that validity, and in this case, Chilltown, the devs of Chilltown, you'll pass, in my humble opinion. This game is quite cozy. Is the game perfect? No, nothing is perfect. Are there some bugs and issues I have with this game? Yes, but we'll get into that later. To my surprise, I actually found out that Chilltown is the sequel to Chill Corner. Chill Corner itself is the free-to-play game, but it has DLCs that come to a total of $10.93. I have never played Chill Corner, and to understand the successor, we're going to dive into the predecessor to get a feel of Low-Hi Tech, which is both the publisher and developers for Chill Corner and Chilltown. Chill Corner is a free-to-play game on Steam, even though it is a game but a productivity tool, and it was released on December 17th, 2021. I thought playing this game would help me understand the sequel And no, I'm not making that up. It even says on Steam that Chilltown is a sequel, which I don't understand how. And I'm not trying to be malicious, I really don't understand how. And I was lost to how these two products are even remotely related enough for Chilltown to be considered a sequel. Chill Corner is supposed to help you feel focused on your tasks with designing your room and playing lo-fi music. Chill Corner as a productivity tool is similar to Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions that was released on April 8th, 2024. Chill Corner and Chilltown are both made by the publishers Low High Tech, and the more I look into the indie company, the less I found and knew about any of their production practices, but my interest grew in the game. Kickstarter is where I found 98% of the info. Chilltown was funded in less than 24 hours, which is amazing. Congrats to them. However, they are not accepting new backers on Kickstarter, to my knowledge. Things could have changed since this video has been uploaded, but if they haven't, I find that a little disappointing. I find it disappointing because I think this game has potential to be amazing, and others do too. But as of right now, the only way I could find to support the game is by buying it on Steam, and this game has stretch goals like a Nintendo Switch port. I found more information about Low High Tech on a site called IndieBee, which states they're a developer and publisher of realistic sim games, including Chill Corner. I find that statement highly inaccurate because the game and a productivity tool they put out isn't realistic in the slightest, and that's perfectly fine. Most of us play games to escape the harsh truth that is reality for a moment of peace and unwinding. It is clear that the devs of Chilltown were heavily inspired by the now abandonware that is Animal Crossing New Horizons. And good on them, because hopefully the success in the genre of social simulation will signify the want and need for these type of relaxing games. Not everyone wants combat, and not everyone wants a game with stakes. I can't wait to see how people decorate the islands and to see what limitations we are given. I love decorating, but whether I like it or not, to play a game without goals comes down to the game's limitations with decor. However, that is my personal preference, and I must be a little picky for the sake of giving a well-rounded view on Chilltown in its current state. When you first start playing Chilltown, you are sent to character creation. I am a sucker for cute customization, but the lighting and customization is different than when you're actually playing the game. This caused my hair to go from looking purple to being the black I initially chose. This took Mimi from looking normal to kind of looking like Chucky's twin sister. I'm not trying to be mean, but I found the lighting problematic in that sense, and also when fishing. At times there was a heavy reflection bouncing off the water. This might be an issue for folks who have minor sight issues like myself, or whom might be more visually impaired. This is completely fixable, but I want you to be aware of the issue until it is corrected, or even if they don't even have plans to correct it. I was impressed by the music selection in comparison to Low High Tech's previous game, Chill Corner. The music in Chilltown is more of my vibe of lo-fi music. What confused me a little was the on-screen keyboard. When I was naming my character, I couldn't use my own keyboard connected to write my name. I had to point and click. This wouldn't have bothered me except for when we got to writing a positive message in a bottle. We are given the power to use our actual keyboards. You might be thinking to yourself, Vina, why does it matter? My hands suck. I have rheumatoid arthritis, so using a keyboard with little to no mouse activity works best for me. It's the reason why I don't always try and see if a PC game has good control adaptability. To me, it seems that controller-based gaming was the gold standard until recently. So if there's keyboard inconsistencies within a computer game, I'm gonna notice and point it out, because I know I'm not the only young gamer out there who has arthritis of some sort, and I don't see many gaming influencers bringing this issue up, so here I am to fill in the gaps.
You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe.
Early on in actual gameplay, the music in the game is easy to access, so if a certain sound isn't fitting your vibe for the day, change it. My favorite tracks so far are Monster Haven and The Journey. also say that being able to change the music is also necessary for accessibility for some players. However, this is the only light way to break the game's immersion. Near the start of your island journey, Rosa goes full throttle and in a roundabout way breaks the fourth wall. She had the audacity to call me a new player instead of a new villager or inhabitant. And yes, I will be pedantic about this. Bad game writing can and will get many to say "F it" and close out of the game to never return. This is because the rules of the world are being established and it goes against the common narrative that games of a similar vibe have. In Stardew Valley, for example, NPCs either call you by your name or just say new farmer. If this wasn't the case, the story and important info that the player must obtain to meet their goals could be easily forgotten. Chilltown is no different. Chilltown is heavily inspired by Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is fine. Many games are inspired by others. It's how creativity and innovation grows. But even in Animal Crossing, villagers still call you by your name or a nickname that you can modify. Most of us play games to be entertained and to escape reality for a set amount of time. And once a game brings the player back to reality, the game has lost the fundamental plot. Luckily, there's still time to turn this around. Writing, much like coding a game, is an art in its own right. After encountering Rosa, I eventually found a boy named, Boy. I really do not know what to say about this choice for a name. I know Guy can be used as a name, but I never heard of, Boy. I really hope that this is just a placeholder. The grocery store was a weird place to say the least. It was the size of a mini mart, but it had a variety of stock that screamed Walmart or Target. You can buy food, household furniture like a piano, and cooking utensils. Okay, maybe more like a Sam's Club or a Costco, but add a musical section because music is peaceful. You can also get wallpaper, floor tiles, and more clothes. As of right now, they work the honor system since no one is at the register, but hopefully an NPC is assigned to register duty. In the cafe, I was only able to talk to one person and my camera didn't want to move. And it wasn't locked either. I find it funny how I was supposed to buy one shovel, but I had to make my own fishing pole and workbench from the get-go. I'm not sure how I feel about this because it gives the player the knowledge that you can build stuff and also buy things. Fishing in the game is stress-free, much like in Animal Crossing New Horizons. The art style was a bit different for the fish, but I'm not mad at it. I kind of like the juxtaposition of art styles. It's subtle and not like Disney's Wish Bad. However, I know the mixing of art styles isn't for everyone, and it could be a deal breaker for some players. There's also a setting where you can fish when AFK, which I find unique and helpful and adds to the chill ambience. I accidentally broke out of fishing. I canceled the interaction, and for some reason, the game did not like it. I was able to save and exit, and everything I earned before the glitch was still in my inventory. Glitches do happen, even with polished to finish games. Look at The Sims 4, there's glitches galore, and they do fine. I'm not saying we need to accept all glitches to that degree, because that would be disgusting, but hopefully they'll be fixed and kept to a minimum. While fishing, you may even pull up a bottle with a letter from other players. I find this feature to be wholesome. There is also a report button if needed. It can be found on the phone app. Hopefully things stay pretty wholesome so that players can enjoy the vibes. It also encouraged me to send out other positive letters. To me, this is the best feature of the game, hands down. We're going to try and rapid fire the cons. The tool menu is tedious and could be streamlined along with planting and watering plants. The loading screens are annoying, and it could be a reason this game makes my BVPC act as though she is fighting for her life. I asked my husband, who does have a degree in web design, and his input was a simple fade of black would put less stress on the game engine itself since there will not be any assets used when changing scenery. However, since we do not know the code, we do not know the limitations the game could have by switching over to this method. So it may seem like an easy fix, but it may not actually be an easy fix. I do not like that we cannot donate in small increments. Tutu wants a lump sum, which isn't hard to get, but is easy to forget. I found it difficult to know when to harvest a plant. I accidentally uprooted a few.
And now the end is near.
Chilltown isn't perfect, but the game is still in early access at a minimum for 3 months. I can understand why an indie company would want such a short window, but I do believe this game will be in early access longer than the 3-month period. I don't say this as a cynic, but as a realist. As I said in a previous video, early access is a curse and a blessing. In this case of Chilltown, it is a blessing, especially since the devs are open to honest feedback, or at least they say they are. One plunder should not define a whole game, but it can put a lot of people off. If I did not buy early access before seeing Miss Bubbles' tweet, I would not have bought the game. I want to be honest with my reviews, or in this case my first impression, since we live in a tight economy and I don't want anyone to be dissatisfied. However, you cannot please everyone, but there's a way of being open and honest, and I hope I'm doing it in a kind way. I'm saying this as someone who's putting their own work out there in the world for others to judge. So I understand sometimes our feelings can get the best of us, especially if it is something we've worked extremely hard on. I would still like to know how Chilltown is a sequel to Chill Corner. Similarities are chill in the title and lo-fi music and art style. I first noticed the art style similarities in the Hotel Misty with the black edges outside the room boundaries. However, both are extremely different. One is a productivity tool and the other is a game. To some, this may not matter, but I can't help but wonder if this is just a way to get more downloads for Chill Corner, which can help increase visibility for low high tech as a whole. I don't know, it's just a thought. So, should you buy Chilltown? My personal recommendation would be to wait and see how development furthers, unless you want to help directly support an indie company. I'm all for support indie companies because a lot of devs are doing stellar work that's just as good or even better than AAA companies. Chilltown has great potential, but please take everything I've said with a grain of salt. There's a lot of joy in helping to fund a game and to see how a game progresses over time. But you also have to be okay if it doesn't work out the way you would hope. This is my first impression on Chilltown. My full review will be out when the game is out of early access. Until next time, stay cozy, friends.